but I was in education all those years. And one of the reasons I ran, because the last 10, 15 years, I saw the direction our country was going because of what we're doing in education. And folks, we are in bad shape, and if we don't change it, we're not going to change this country back to what all of us in here grew up and had an opportunity to grow up in. So I ran because of education. I got 2 boys. They've graduated from college now, but hopefully have grandkids. And I want them to have what we've had the opportunity to have. But today they're being indoctrinated in education. All this woke, transgender athletes, CRT, 1619. We don't teach reading, writing, and arithmetic anymore. You know, half the kids in this country, when they graduate, think about this, half the kids in this country, when they graduate, can't read their diploma. Now, if you can't read, and if you can't read in the United States, you're not taught to read, you can imagine what other countries are doing.
Yeah, and a lot of this is not hard. You know, it's just like football. You get
basics.
You get back to the basic blocking and tackling.
Yeah.
And this, in education, it is the teaching of the skills that lead to good paying jobs. And I'm surprised how much we have taken the education system and turned it into this indoctrination system where we're trying to teach an ideology, where we're trying to brainwash these kids at really their most vulnerable age. If you remember the bill that they successfully passed in Florida, it was to teach 3rd graders and below that they couldn't teach them these, you know, very sensitive gender issues, and the hue and cry of across the country at something that basic is frightening. That our fellow citizens would believe some of this nonsense. That ultimately we're seeing the outcomes, and the outcomes are not good. Why don't you talk a little bit about, in the United States Senate, you know, how are you pushing back? How is the Senate and how are Republicans on Capitol Hill pushing back against the Biden administration and their policies?